Hello everyone, www.consciousazine.net. So Queen Lizard Beth, I'm sure you know who I mean, is a robotic portal. I was thinking about it, I thought, okay, that's good for a video. So, I'm sure you know who I'm talking about. Let's avoid all possible suing. No, but I'm sure you know who I'm talking about. The most famous queen in the world at present, 2018 anyway. I think she's a robotic portal and definitely lizard energy. I don't think we've taxonomized all of the lizard races, but from my looking into the world, just from my own perspective, it appears to me there's many. I don't have a number, but I see many different types of lizard species, and I'm talking about the interdimensional type, of course, you know, the sort of David Ickean oriented stuff. But the thing is, I found out that you know, a lot of shamans through history have referenced similar things or the exact same thing as saying lizard people, you know, which is like reptilian, and we're talking about fourth dimensional entities. And you know, it's said that the robotic portal, unlike the organic portal, if you don't know what organic portals are, I have a whole playlist of over 100 videos, and even a video called Organic Portal Definition, defining what is an organic portal, and then you can learn about what a robotic portal is from my videos as well, because I've shot several videos discussing robotic portals, over 5 at least videos, I think 7. So yeah, I think you know, it's obvious that she's lizard energy, but I just wanted to make sure people realize that she's a robotic portal. And the way I was thinking about this was, you know how she's sitting on her gold throne? I've seen a picture, and it says, you know, save the children, while she's sitting on her gold throne. And so her actions are incongruent to her words, I would say, because sell the throne. Well, it's just a shiny gold throne. You're not even using gold appropriately as, you know, monoatomic biological enhancer and superconductive alchemical substance like monoatomic gold ormus drinks. That would be using gold properly. But instead they sit on the gold and just have it like a shiny object. That materialistic, superfluous surface virus view. And the organic portals and robotic portals are surface bodies which are taken over by agents of the Matrix, and in this case robotic portals are negative ET guided, but not just ET guided like greys, you know, like grey aliens have their part to play in this, but it's interdimensional, just energetically guided by something else, basically, is what an organic portal and robotic portal are totally susceptible to and are. They are an empty portal. For a souled human, it's like there's already something there for us, so it's harder to fully take us over. And that's, you know, the base truth of it. So give this video a like so it spreads to more people so they realize what's going on in the world and why the world is so terrible, you know, and dystopic and horrible these days as it is. So people, especially younger children, at least look into this and like, oh, what's a robotic portal or organic portal person, you know? So maybe I'll put robotic portal person just to, you know, really ground it out, really simplify it. It's totally understandable. Come on, you know who I'm talking about. And yeah, So give the video a like. You can subscribe as well if you like, but just give it a like so it hits the algorithm better and gets spread out and shown to more people on YouTube. So yeah, I really think she's a robotic portal person, and I was thinking about how she was sitting on her throne and the words were incongruent to the actions, like, and really badly, you know, the opposite end of the spectrum badly. So the exact 100% badly incongruent. So that made me realise, yeah, that's because she's taken over. You know, she's like basically a mindless drone, and you can look at her and see this. That's the thing I find interesting. It's not hard to look at her, and if you, now you've watched this video, if you now look at her on some videos, I'm sure you'll see what I'm saying pretty quickly. And also, she has robotic portal energy because of her stiffness. Now you might say that comes from all that rigorous training to become a queen, Ben. You have no idea. And I say you're wrong. Yes, it comes from there, but then that is stemming from something deeper, which is what I'm talking about. And these type of interdimensional lizards and so on, they perpetrate frequency control and put dark veils over the planet and people and our consciousness, and they've created a side current to the flow of the universe, like a cross current of consciousness, and it's become a surface virus. So she's not really there, and you can look at her and see this. She doesn't look as happy as I would look if I was worth as much as she is worth. I would look more like Ninyantha, that guy that's always smiling, you know, that spiritual guru guy from India. Ninyantha something. Anyway, he's like over smiling all the time, pure blissing, and yeah, I would look more like that, and she just definitely doesn't look like that as well, and that is a factor. Now, it's not that robotic portals, organic portals look different on the outside. It's like, that's Tari clones, and I think that's a different, slightly different schism from the main idea. What we're talking about here is really the base of it all. You know, unconscious, mindless people, basically. You know, anthropoid bodies which have nothing inside, no spirit, no self-drive, no self-thought, and so on, spiritless. They don't stand up for any cause, because there's no zeitgeistal energy coming through them, so there's no spirit of the times flowing through them. They don't have universal holy flow, and so on. And this is very evident in how she looks and how she acts. And also, just back to that start of that circle, her actions are robotic not just because of her rigorous training, and I'm sure that training is convoluted massively, but what I'm saying, where that training stems from, that type of mind control, yes, it's control, and it has led to beneficial things as well, like calming the monkey body down and making us less crazy attacking beings, you know, as monkeys. When you look them in the forest, they're attacking a lot more each other and everything else. But it's also gone too far over the edge, this control. And any sort of control like this is what I'm talking about. These are lower frequencies. And it's actually non-expansive. That's how I know, because the Black Alliance or the Family of Dark are non-expansive beings. And the Family of Love and Light, those two families are expansive and forward motion and evolving and so on. So anyway, you can see in her actions, and if you take everything else you know into account, that she's a robotic portal. So I have many videos covering what's an organic portal and what's a robotic portal. I talked about robotoids versus robotic portal, updatable androids in one video. In another video I've made organic portals versus robotic portals, what's the difference? In another video I've made negative souled human, differences to organic portals, and I make all these different videos to help you discern the difference, because it's going to help us sort out reality. We've got to know all the pieces to be able to put the puzzle together, you know. So if we don't even start, well then we're not going to get anywhere. So yeah, give the video a like please, so it hits the algorithms and gets seen by more people, and that way we do what's called raising awareness, yeah. Because if it's not in the field of awareness, well then it's not in the field of awareness for most people. So yeah, soon I'm going to write a book. I might call it Organic Portal Apocalypse, because I've been making a lot of these videos. Saying it's the apocalypse of the organic portal. Pre-Adamic man, most people refer to them as. So therefore, if they're a simpler creation, I would expect them to be extinct first. And the souled man, or man of the hue, like myself, who is learned himself or taught himself to read the universal energies. Like, I see energy flowing into the universe as it's flowing into the universe. That means I see the river flow of entrance of light and creation of physical matter. That's what I'm exactly saying. If we can teach people to do more things like that, I think we're going to see a massive change in the world, you know, because it'll shift people into the appropriate roles of job titles and job roles, and that will unlock the system and allow the flow to increase through the system again, which will create more abundance for everyone again, because we've kind of come to a stagnant place where, you know, the oil industry is trying to shut down the renewable industry, well, not shut it down, but stagnate the renewables industry, and, you know, so on and so forth. And I think actually what we need to do is figure out, it's so simple at the core, it's just where you put your energy. So if you lift a video like this, on something important like this, instead of, say, I don't know, the latest fashion video or something, you know, just a video that's like, yeah, it might be useful to your life to wow some boys or something, but you know what I mean, like, at heart it's more important to raise informational complexity over simplistic, superfluous stuff, you know. Right, so Benjamin Cowenberg here from consciousazine.net. Check out the website, because the website, I talk about a lot more different stuff than all this. I could make just as many videos on psychedelics, to be honest. I've already made several videos, 10 on psychedelics, probably more. And they're on the YouTube channel in the consciousazine playlist. They've just got a lot less views than these organic portal videos, so I'm making a lot more of these right now because people seem to be trying to figure this out more. But I think where you'll end up is, you know, realizing, okay, so I've got to take care of myself, and you've got to eat better. You know, you are not just what you think, but you are what you eat, really, a lot. All these sort of, you know, base axioms to a better way of life and standard of living, we've got to implement for real. And for instance, I don't think we should just all be congregating into the cities, but I see what that's doing. That's basically organic portal, dead resonance zones, draconian planned cities. Concrete does not carry the higher dimensional energies through the electricity, although you can gain negative charge from standing on concrete. The embedded light or higher light is missing. Therefore, it's a dead resonance zone, and that's a draconian plan. And the lizard people, and that's part of creating technology, because actually there's many lizard races that work with technology a lot. There's even many lizard races that work with greys a lot. Grey aliens, you know, so to speak, which I don't think are physical aliens from Zinebel Canoosian billion-ton beryllium ships. I do think it's interdimensional play and what we call future identification play and timeline stuff. So, you can find more out at the website on good eating. I do a lot of posts on, like, health. Just health in general, which means mental health as well. And I consider knowing about organic portals mental health, just like I consider knowing about time and that it's the end of history now. And what does that mean, that it's the apocalypse?
consciousazine.com Chronicle.